Hello and welcome to the final episode of Professor Layton of Disillusion Plays Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the special episodes, where we play the games and
we do the voices.
We do the voices. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Taylor
Why is
sounds
Taylor
sad.
sad?
What's wrong?
Because
Taylor?
I like this game. I'm sad that it's over.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah, me too.
Me
too.
three. It's been fun to go through the extra content, even if the
Yeah.
content is quite silly, it must be said.
We've never seen it before, so.
No, it's been quite nice. So, let's hop on in and finish the...
Do you suppose that we only got like a silver statue because we didn't 100% the game?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
We didn't 100%. What would the 100% element be?
I don't know. They're silver. I would assume that there's anyway.
I suppose there was that one puzzle that we lost some picarets on quite early on.
Yeah, we did.
Oh well. Picarets. Fire Festival! Finally, the day of the Fire Festival. But what's he doing here?
Dun dun
He?
dun!
Who's
Who's he? This doesn't feel half bad. I object to objectionable puzzles.
You did not disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth.
There's more to puzzles than I expected. Mr. Layton, you are a worthy opponent.
I can say the same to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
I won't be bested by any puzzle either, I'll have you know.
Are they going to have saved the most difficult puzzle to the end?
Probably.
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth, can I have a second?
Oh, it's you, right? What do you want? What do you want, right?
What the heck are you doing here?
Oh, me? Oh, I know! He's here on the Legal League of Prosecutors exchange. Don't be silly.
Huh?
Don't group me with the types like you who abuse business trips for pleasure.
Oh, you.
Ugh. Well, then is that why you're here? Yes, indeed. You seem to have the right idea.
Hot.
I'm here because of Labyrinthia Inc.'s Drugs and Flames competition.
The competition.
That wouldn't have ever crossed even my mind.
Wordsmith?
Don't tell me you won the trip.
Ah, but I'm afraid I must. I won the trip.
I found a yellow ticket and everything.
I had a certain scruffy assistant of
Oh
mine
my God.
Hey, gumshoe!
Hey! Hey, pal.
I had a certain scruffy assistant of mine crack open millions of pills with his teeth to get
That's
the lucky
literally
one.
what they did. They literally did the Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah.
A scruffy Oh, brother. He did the work and Edgeworth gets the trip. I guess some things never change. I can't feel my teeth, pal.
At least my salary isn't in the negatives anymore.
By the way, Edgeworth, are you serious about what you said earlier? Of course I am. You think I merely throw words to the wind?
Yes.
I could not turn a town.
I could not turn a town.
I could not turn
You
down
couldn't
a-
talk either, huh? Guess
Says
that
you.
trip over here must have tied your tongue in a knot puzzle.
At least I
Got
don't do
him.
it in the middle of a courtroom, right?
What? Oh, you.
I could not turn down a challenge from the famous puzzle professor.
No, what we mean is, you're going to participate in the pageant? The Miss Bazella pageant?
Oh, you know it. Well, Mr. Layton, show me what you've got.
He's not answering the question.
It's almost like a sort of a US sort of presidential debate. I do not intend to hold back, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Professor won't lose to anyone, not even you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, God. How hard is this
man.
possible to be?
These guys sure are competitive. They both hate to back down, too.
Guys, you're talking about the Miss Bazella pageant here?
And why is the text so slow?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
Oh, Spella, what's up?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I've been introduced to this gentleman.
Oh, God.
He's not a gentleman. Right, I totally forgot. Sorry, this is Bridgeworth. Yeah, that's his name.
I'm sorry, what?
He's less of a gentleman and more like a total peacock, really.
Hey.
It's just all frills and silly.
Do you mind insulting my boy?
Say hello to the prodigy prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, who I've beaten in court every single time.
Just have to slip that in there.
I'm going to ignore that. Please.
You would.
Call me Miles. I am pleased to meet you. This guy is Nick's fierce rival from the Ace Attorney series. Prodigy Prosecutor sums him up pretty well, all right.
What's the
Prodigy
Ace Attorney
prosecutor,
series,
but
guys?
not an ace attorney.
What's the Ace Attorney series, guys? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I've
one.
got my own spin-off game, you know, right?
Yeah.
Two, in fact.
Maybe we should look at playing the Ace Attorney series.
Yeah, you know what? It sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you
God.
think, guys?
Jesus.
Maybe we could play that on Wednesdays.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Oh, so you're a prodigy. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh no.
Right? I'd like a word with you.
What is it?
What the heck were you thinking introducing me like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I left the trumpets and confetti at home. Oh, you mean you don't like being called prodigy prosecutor? It can't be helped. I mean, you're a prodigy, aren't you? Not someone who's lost every time.
That's what they always say in the game magazines and on the internet.
What the hell's the internet?
Since we're all here with some time on our hands, I'm going to speak my mind to you.
Uh-oh.
Put yourself in the shoes of a person who's constantly called a prodigy. I know it's difficult, you've never been one, so...
It's like, I worked for this, dang it!
And yet I win every time, so what does that say about you, Mr. Prodigy? Ooh! What are you getting at?
They're not calling you Phoenix Prodigy, are they? For example, if you were introduced as Phoenix Wright Prodigy Attorney...
Little freaking swing!
How would you feel about that?
That is a bit too much. I'll stick to Ace.
You make a very good point. Should the same style of introduction be applied to us? Herschel Layton, Prodigy Professor.
Luke Triton, Prodigy Apprentice.
Prodigy small boy assistant.
It would be rather awkward.
It'd be like someone was making fun of us.
Oh no, what? They've rumbled him.
As you can see, publicity labeling someone as a prodigy is in very poor taste.
Pete, Prodigy editor.
Thanks, Taylor.
You're welcome.
You might feel that way about it, but I really like it. Maya Fey, Prodigy.
Just Prodigy. Like, she's a prodigy at something.
Spirit medium.
Eating hamburgers doesn't count as something you can be prodigious at, Maya. Unless you're in an eating competition. But even then...
Sounds cool, huh?
Maya is a special case. I have to agree with you, Edgeworth. Maybe I'll just call you Pompous Prosecutor instead.
That's just as bad, right?
That's why I'm usually introduced as just a keen lawyer or a rookie attorney.
I seem to be generally introduced as a professor of archaeology myself.
Oh, like Idaho Jenkins.
I have no idea who that is.
Then I must ask why? Why am I the only one having to endure being called a prodigy all the time? I'm not so shallow as to be flattered by the prodigy prosecutor title being slapped on me everywhere I go.
I doubt anyone was saying it just to try and flatter you.
I'm getting treated like that. I'm getting treated like that. After all the hard work I've done, I've always supported you behind the scenes.
True.
All right, I have an idea. How about we call you Nick's secret fanboy Edgeworth from now on?
Oh, Maya, why would you say that?
I prefer more Wright's
And then-
secret lover,
And then
to be precise.
and then Edgeworth just straight up punches her in the face.
You'll always have to rub salt in a wound.
I do this in the name of gender equality. Bam!
Since we're all here with some time on our hands, I'd like to speak my mind too.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to be
Sure.
called something other than small boy assistant?
I actually would, yes. It seems to have been a reoccurring theme throughout this playthrough, and I must say, I took it at first, but it deeply hurt my feelings.
The thing is, Luke, is that you are a small boy, and you are my assistant.
But I have a name, Professor,
You do, Luke. It's true.
and
I
nobody
remember
calls it me.
Well, I'm calling it you now, aren't
Yeah,
I?
only because I've pointed it out that I didn't like small boy assistant.
That's hurtful. I'm deeply hurt that you feel that way about me, small boy. Luke, I feel...
See? This is what I'm talking about. I get no respect.
Sure. What do you want to talk about? Is it food related?
Oh, Maya.
Maya, not everyone is thinking about food every time. Maya. Anyway, Luke, go ahead. We'll just find some of the stuff in Maya's gob here so she'll pipe down for a minute.
It's the perfect day to tell us what you really think.
Ah, Espella. You do like to sneak up behind me, huh?
The Fire Festival used to be a day when everyone could speak their mind freely.
First time hearing of this!
Oh, no.
Oh my god! It's actually true!
Oh my god!
It's like the game somehow heard us.
I'm always being referred to by words like little, young, and boy,
And
small,
boy
but-
assistant.
And small, an assistant.
And you know what?
I'm actually very big for my age.
I'm getting sick of being treated like a little kid. I can't stand it.
Oh, no.
Now that you mention it, you do get called Little Luke a lot, especially online.
I'm disappointed, Sarah. You do get called small boy assistant a lot.
Nee. And what's more, whenever you see a short description of me, it's always something along these lines. Professor Layton's self-proclaimed apprentice.
Oh, that is true.
Young boy who calls himself Professor Layton's #1 apprentice.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do
that
see,
is.
You do see that.
I've been meaning to ask about this for some time now. But when will the professor officially recognise me as his apprentice?
Well, I'm sure that we can arrange to have this done
I
sometime.
feel so bad for him.
Don't
Good
worry.
job, Professor.
Don't worry, Luke. I'm sure that there will be a time in the near future where we can officially recognize you.
Luke, you're
as
going
my
to have to
apprentice.
wait for your annual performance review before I can consider giving you
I've been
any
waiting
kind
for
of
that for the past 10
advantage.
years, Professor!
Well, you know, we keep putting it off, but it really just has been so busy. After the next case, I promise you.
Keep
If there's
saying
nothing that comes up in the meantime, afterwards.
Yeah. Well, we learned today that it's not easy to come up with introductions and that don't upset anyone.
Thanks for saving us from that uncomfortable silence, Maya.
Oh, there you are.
Riddell.
Oh, there you are. News has reached me that you will be participating in the Miss Pizzella pageant.
Oh, hi there, Riddell.
Mr. Layton, I knew you wouldn't miss this event. The puzzle-solving challenge should greatly impact your chances of winning the pageant, so I've heard.
What does it have to do with your flammability factor?
Well, now, this does just sound like my cup of tea.
Oh,
And
splendid. I'll have some.
And I do love my tea. A gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved. We did go through and complete all the puzzles, though, didn't we? So I mean,
That's true.
yeah.
Puzzles are an excellent brain training tool. Although I personally prefer to warm up with chess.
Oh, I should introduce you to Dr. Kawashima.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, he's an excellent brain training man.
Oh.
Fellow.
You know, you have much more of an exhilarating conversation piece than Wright over there.
Well,
Oh boy, here we go.
Aunt Patty always tells me to warm up the bread oven before doing anything else.
that's right, that is. You can't bake nice bread in a cold oven, now can you? Now, how about
Are you being rude?
we warm up with my very... Why don't we just ignore him and warm up with my very own special puzzle before the contest?
If you want to put a bun in the oven, it has to be preheated.
Give it a
you
good
see?
warm up first.
What a splendid idea. I was just about to make the same suggestion.
Why not? It'll help pass the time.
So you're ready for it? Behold, Riddell's brand new puzzle.
I recall hers being kind of difficult.
Please don't be maths. Please don't be maths. Please don't be maths. Okay. Colors.
Oh, it's this one.
Oh, the stained glass window above has been beautifully painted using 4 bright colors. Paint a similar stained glass window so that each neighboring color is different. Think carefully about where each color should go.
Yeah, they couldn't go
I don't
next to
wanna-
each other, could they?
That's correct.
No, you could say that's right.
Why do we only...
get one yellow?
Okay, so...
Pete, what was that? What is that noise you're making? I just heard
I was just humming a random tune.
Now,
Let's see,
children.
1, 2... Is it that one needs to be yellow? I'm looking at the various neighboring colors. I don't quite know.
See, this one never made sense to me because it doesn't match.
Because, like, you could do something like, I don't know, like what, like...
Oh.
Whoops. And blue here. Then maybe, we go green, blue. Oh, but you see there's no yellow. And then the red.
No.
Okay, hang on.
Touch.
Oh, poo. Yeah, see, this is
yellow,
the
green.
This is the problem right here. Because now the reds are touching.
Could you make the red one at the bottom green instead?
Well, then it's going to be... Then there's this green
There's
one
2
here.
greens touching.
Make that L1... Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Blue touching.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah, because it's real tricky because of this little... The sort of... this section...
Maybe start right and move left this time?
I don't think so, because we need to figure out... We need to figure out these bunched together pieces. Unless, like, of all things, it's something really stupid and, like, that one's yellow or something. See what happens, I guess.
That might actually be it.
Green on the bottom.
But
Yep,
then you see,
green.
but then I don't think that can be because in terms of neighboring colors, hang on, what is it again? Paint similar, so each neighboring color is different, and I presume it does mean even neighboring would be like these small edges. See, in fact, maybe that's not the case because the thing is this. Sorry, let me use the mouse. This edge here, right, is touching all
Three
of
of them, so that's gonna have to be yellow.
That's
Because
a-
otherwise,
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm trying to use the now. I'm trying to use the mouse when I can't. Ah, right. So that's yellow.
yeah, it's gotta be. Because otherwise, there's no way.
You can't. Yeah, there's no way to avoid a color touching.
And that could say be that, and that could be that. For example.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not right. Oh, but you see now. No, that can't be quite right, can it? Because of
We've got the same
this.
situation again.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Which is why I wondered if it was
It'd be green, red.
this.
Well, no, I mean, you could just do blue, green,
Blue, green.
yeah.
Oh no, you can't do.
Where, sorry?
Well, no, hold on. 'Cause then,
Because, like, so I want to...
if the box was red, that little box down there was red.
We don't need to worry about the little box right now. Because, like, we've got infinite red, green, and blues. We can deal with those later. It's these larger ones we need to be focused on. And, like, obviously, we can't color this one any of the three colors because of this
No.
edge here. We make it blue, it's the same. I mean, unless we made... Wait, actually. Unless we made that one red, maybe. Then this can be blue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Green,
yes.
blue.
Then we could go something like, yeah, green, red. No, that one can't be red. That one has to be blue. Oops.
And the stack, you could go green, blue, green.
Yeah, we can alternate.
Yep.
Then we just got to deal with these. So just... Nope.
Nope. There we go.
That though.
That looks right.
Yeah!
There we go.
I think I've solved it. Yes, I did it. I'm not so little anymore, am I?
Outstanding! What a gorgeous stained glass window. It really does brighten up your day.
The vigilante guy?
Hey, shut up, you.
You did very well there, Luke.
A gentleman in training never leaves a puzzle unsolved.
Well, a self-proclaimed gentleman in training, yes.
There you go again.
I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
Well, you've
That
got
was-
to admire that.
That was just one of your internal voices, Luke. I think you are an outstanding assistant.
Oh, thank you, Professor. You're making me blush.
A true gentleman.
Well, you've got to admire that enthusiasm. You look all ready for the Miss Bazella pageant. I'll be cheering for you, Luke.
Wait a minute, what did I sign? What? Me? I'm going to participate.
The plot thickens. And this story keeps getting even more and more twisted. In more ways than one.
Let's go, everyone. It's about time. The contestants should make their way to the pageant venue. Venue?
Vanu.
The pageant venue.
Shall we go, Mr. Layton? Or have you lost your confidence now that I'm your rival?
Don't
Lose?
worry, Layton. He's lost to me every time. I'm sure even you can beat him, too.
Right, be quiet.
Lose my confidence? Surely you jest, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah. Go nuts, guys. I'll be cheering for you, both of you.
Oh.
Did you nearly say you were cheering for me, right?
No.
I'm touched. You're coming with us, right?
What? But I'm comfortable right here.
You look very flammable to me.
If you could please hurry. Latecomers will be disqualified.
Miss Riddell, could I ask you a question? When you say flammable, do you actually mean you could set him on fire? I'm curious.
Edgeworth, I don't like that look in your eye. Put the lighter down.
Put the switch down.
Disqualified?
Don't worry, Mr. Wright. You won't be left out.
Oh, damn!
Damn, I'm
And
gonna be
here
running
I
late.
was,
We have already-
worried about that.
We have already signed you up for the pageant.
Oh, no way!
Oh my god. Okay, everyone, we can do this. Let's totally dominate the Miss Bazella pageant. I'll give you some tips on how to be the perfect Bazella.
I'm looking forward to testing your wits with my mysterious riddles.
Don't you mean Riddell's?
I really hope that the last episode isn't just like puzzle after puzzle
Oh
after
my
puzzle.
god, I think I might try. We better get going, Nick.
I'd like to say something. My favorite word.
Hamburger? Overruled, Mr. Wright.
Oh, good one,
Got
Layton.
him. Got him.
Excuse me?
We don't have time for this now, right? Remember, Mr. Wright, whatever they say, just keep insisting that you're a Bazella.
Save your favourite word for later.
Oh, I'm so glad I paid for
Is
this.
this going to be like an I'm Spartacus sort of situation?
It's the first time ever that I didn't get to say that word. My pointing fingers twitching.
Come on, slowpokes!
It's like an actual problem he's got.
You know, right, I didn't actually win this competition. I just paid to see the look on your face.
Oh, goody. So wait, you tortured Gumshoe for nothing?
I mean,
Well, I mean, you know, I got to give him some
he
use.
he is there, isn't he? Got to give him something to
Under
do.
the final flag.
Farewell to Labyrinthia. We embark upon a new adventure. Are we ready, everybody?
Yes, let's do it. I'm
Hail
happy I
yes.
got to be Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Wait
Phoenix
Wait
Wright.
a minute, what? But it's gone back
Oh,
to the
And it's the whole
beginning.
game,
What?
except that now everybody's
Oh,
Bazella.
God.
Well then, my boy. Why don't you get some tea ready for our guests?
Wait a minute. Are you sure you clicked on the right one?
Right away, Professor.
1,000%.
Man, that was one wild and crazy ride.
Oh, we don't even get to see the pageant?
Aww.
If that's the case, that's disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Definitely. Everyone back in Labyrinthia seemed as plucky as ever.
Well, Mr. Wright, that's all thanks to everyone's efforts. The longest time, our town was shrouded behind a thick veil of secrecy. But now, it's absolutely thriving. And I, too, am thriving. For the first time ever, I truly feel like myself.
I believe I speak for all of us when I say it is most reassuring to hear that, Isabella.
Saying that, doesn't it feel like one heck of a long adventure?
Indeed, it's almost like it took us an entire year. In fact, the development of this very game seems to have been quite the long adventure in and of itself.
A game's development, Professor? What are you talking about?
Merging together two such distinct series as Professor Layton and Ace Attorney, it must have taken a
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, but yeah,
It's-
close enough.
It must have taken a considerable degree of thought and planning to get such a project off the ground.
Well, hey, clearly they were able to get the ball rolling pretty easily, or else they wouldn't be standing here. We wouldn't be standing here.
Well, that's right. I bet it was smooth sailing getting the idea through.
And are we
I'm
about to-
gonna get the impression that it was not
No.
smooth sailing.
Foreshadowing. Quite right, Luke. Level 5 and Capcom both certainly saw the potential success of such a combination.
Which is why they've done it so many additional times.
Yes. Yeah, that's why we're playing this nice remaster of the game that isn't lost on what is essentially a dead console now.
Yeah. Sad times.
Level 5 in Capcom, if you do see this, if you make another one of these, we will play it. We will.
Look,
it doesn't matter, but, you know.
We finished, like we were told in the comments, we finished this around the same time. It was the 10-year anniversary of the game. Make a remaster. Make it happen.
A
Make
remaster
it
would be
happen.
great. However, it was not quite a walk in the park to begin with. In fact, things were a bit uncomfortable at the start.
You know, level 5 coming in and setting up puzzles everywhere, and the Capcom people being like, who are you? Why are you here? Get out of my office. I don't want to solve a puzzle.
Why have you locked us in the office? Why can't we get out? Oh, when you solve this puzzle, God damn it!
God.
I just want to go home to my family!
I've called you into HR today, level 5 member, because we need to have a talk about your conduct. I have no idea what you mean. Ralph, you put another puzzle on the bathroom door. We've talked about this. You cannot make people solve a puzzle to use the bathroom. Why not? It's as desperate a time as any, and it's sure to get the good old puzzle gears working. I'm afraid we're going to have to place you on a suspension.
And you can't keep putting laxatives in the food to make people go to the bathroom to solve your puzzle either. For God's sake. Is that right, Professor?
Come to think of it, things didn't exactly hit the ground running, huh? Professor, remember when they had us stand side by side for the first time?
Indeed. I must say, there was quite a bit of incongruity. Incongruity between the two of us, wasn't there?
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure everyone more than noticed it, too. I mean, all anyone has to do is take one good look at the two of us side by side. Our character designs are pretty different.
Yeah, that's true, Mr. Wright. You and Maya both look a little more, real than we do.
Not to mention, Nick and I were, 2 or 3 heads taller than you guys?
Well, you're not taller than Layton. 3 heads taller is overkill, Maya.
Look,
At least hats.
look,
3
the
hats.
professor is compensating with his hat, okay?
Excuse me, Miss Fay. I'm not entirely sure that I agree with that perspective.
But I never noticed any sort of strange discrepancies between you all.
They must have gone through all sorts of adjustments before the game, right?
Adjustments?
This is just an aside, but there is something rather odd that I became aware of. I felt as if I were gradually growing taller throughout the game's development.
I think that was just your hat. Of course! You were getting more and more stylish by the day, huh, Professor? You know, I was playing the Professor's latest game just the other day, and I totally thought to myself, is the 3D getting weird, or does the Professor look shorter in this game?
But you know, the Professor and Luke weren't the only ones that needed a little bit of adjustment.
What? Seriously?
I do believe Mr. Wright and yourself needed a bit of height reduction for the sake of balance, Miss Fay.
Man. You mean to tell me Nick and I were both cut down to size? The developers never tell me anything.
Well, in your case, Maya, it was really more that they had to shrink your enormous head down a few sizes. The rest sort of took care of itself.
Wow, I mean, they had to shrink your enormous pointing finger because it took up the whole screen.
It's a bit scary when you think about it, having to get used to being changed over and over.
Is he actually shorter? I mean, I haven't played the Layton games. Does he look shorter in the originals?
I think they do look a bit shorter in perspective to everything, I think. I have to say, though,
They definitely have, like, sort of the larger heads and smaller bodies.
yeah,
thing.
a bit of a, I wouldn't say chibi-esque.
No, but it's
kind
getting
of
that
there,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
final showdown between Mr. Wright and the professor was really very impressive.
When we finally got to the versus bit, yeah.
You said it. That final trial sure was something else. And Professor, you were quite the sly fox, too.
Excuse me, Miss Fay? A sly fox?
You know, how you told us, I'm off to go fetch some evidence for the trial, old bean. And left us to the trial totally unprepared.
I'm not entirely sure that's what I said, but fair enough.
But then, you kicked down the door to the courtroom like boom! And completely took over the Inquisitor's bench!
That's also still not quite how I remember it, but fair.
And left Luke in that ditch when you said you were going to come back.
I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what it said. Oh.
I'm doing a bit.
And Luke played a pivotal role, if you recall.
I was actually hoping I could have stepped in as Inquisitor. My Lord Inquisitor Fay sentenced that burger to my stomach.
Maya, do you even listen to yourself when you speak?
Yeah.
Now. I was just giving the players what they came to see, Miss Fay. After all,
True enough.
Versus is in the game's title. Versus is in the game's title, is it not?
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure if we were ever going to get to that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Nothing say versus like a dramatic courtroom battle, eh, Professor?
Don't forget about Team Puzzle. It proved to be quite popular, I think. About the Team Puzzle, sorry.
The team puzzle, yeah.
Ah, you're talking about that puzzle for opening the huge door down in the underground ruins, right?
You mean the extremely simple puzzle?
Oh, yeah! The puzzle that Nick moaned on and on about until the oh my god, sorry.
Oh no, you're getting my problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah! The puzzle that Nick moaned on and on about until he ended up trial and erroring it, right?
Hey, we didn't even trial and error. What are you talking about? Resisting urge to object. Hey, I'd say that sort of got a versus kind of vibe. Us versus the puzzles, right?
It would seem our dear developers had quite a few different ideas on how to implement the versus of the title.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. Remember in the initial storyboard? There was even a scene where the Professor and Mr. Wright face off against each other in a fencing match.
Oh, wow.
Fencing? Oh, yeah, I totally saw that too.
I'm devastated that was cut. I have to admit, I was pretty surprised to see that in the storyboard. I mean, pointing my finger at people is one thing, but a sword? That would mean like I'd be in some sort of fighting game or something. That'd just be nuts.
Oh, dear.
That's a whole other ball game.
It didn't make it into the final game in the end, though, did it?
No, unfortunately not, Luke. Yeah, but at least the Professor got to hack and slash those huge walking tin cans the storyteller called knights.
That, I assure you, was a special case, Miss Fay.
He looked damn magnificent doing it as well.
By the way, I've got to say, Maya, you surprised me. You're not usually the kind of person that literally leaps into action like you did when you saved Espella back in court. But you're definitely the kind of person that would get trapped in a steel cage of death and dropped into a raging pit of fire.
Nick, if I recall, you were actually devastated that happened.
Details.
Well, yeah, hold it! What do you mean I don't leap into action? I can leap! Who says I can't?
I didn't say you can't, I said you don't.
At any rate, there are a number of fun and interesting ways for the developers to play on the versus theme of the game.
You said it. But honestly, it sounds like making this game was really tough.
Speaking of which, know what else was tough? The developers' offices. I bet they had more than their share of disagreements.
It's weird that it's being outed in this.
Yeah, this is just a rumor, but I heard development on this game was so ridiculously tense, the developers ending up fighting, just like those other versus games.
What?
No.
Really?
Jeez.
So much for cooperation. Maybe
Fine.
that's why they didn't make another one.
Maybe.
Mind you. That said, all of us have been able to get along quite amicably despite coming from two different games. On the other hand, the developers seem to use this opportunity to develop, let's say, a strong rivalry with one another.
Yeah, that's right. Couldn't have said it any better myself, Professor. I can't even say it at all.
Oh, no.
Both were in the versus spirit after all.
Indeed. Whether contesting as fierce rivals or helping one another, it was all in the versus spirit. The important thing is that everyone did their utmost, whether friendly or competitive.
Hey, Nick, if someone were crazy enough to put you in a fight against someone, what would be your finishing catchphrase?
I'd have to go with something like, "It's time to pay for your crimes."
Lame.
Hey!
While the methods and thinking may differ, the end goal is the same. Both paths will lead us to the right answer.
The Phoenix Wright answer.
That's not what I said. That's right. I speak of puzzle solving.
Puzzles, Professor? Ah, right. I think I get what you're saying.
I'm saying it's puzzle time.
Oh.
Well then. It appears our time together is coming to an end.
Oh, it is. Whew, that was fast, wasn't it?
And so I'm going to serve up an extremely difficult puzzle to prolong our last moments together.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say you were going to serve up the 18th cup of tea. That would be devastating.
Now that you mention it.
No, Professor.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Absolutely, Professor.
Have at you! Let us combine our efforts one last time. And put this one final puzzle to rest.
It's gonna be hella hard as balls, isn't it?
I am a little concerned, I'm going to be honest.
Oh no, the
it's-
Mises.
Oh,
it's
it's
this one. Okay.
A customer wishes to have their fabric design filled with color, using the magical stamp to fulfill the customer's request and color in the design. Stamping a previously colored area will cause that colored area to disappear. Slide the stamp around with the stylus and touch the touchscreen to stamp. Use the touchscreen to guide you. Touchscreen, touchscreen, touchscreen.
Who hired this guy again?
Indeed.
Can't even say the word colour right.
No. And this is the stamp that we've got.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta flip it around, surely.
You can't rotate
Oh. Well,
Yes.
that makes it difficult, doesn't it?
it. Yep. Oh, that's not quite. I'm trying to figure out how to get the top bits. Oh, that's real tricky. We're gonna have to do this to get.
Join them together.
Yeah. Same here. If we can do here. Here? Oh. Then
There's
that middle
space in
bit
the
there.
middle, yeah.
Poo. Poopy. Poop. No! Undo. Undo.
Do we need to put the scales in? The dishes in first?
So I think if you go up in the middle there, and you just need to over one, and you just need to stamp it twice,
Well, twice, or just invert it.
Go over again.
Well, over. Sorry, can you give me
Yeah,
up,
just to
up,
see
down,
it, like,
left,
so
right?
we can see what it looks like. Okay.
And you put it like slot it in between that to make this. Oh.
Oh, it's frustratingly close there.
Mm.
If we can.
But yeah, I think like you didn't have to like cover it entirely. Like on bits. It like you didn't have to like that little bit.
Wait a minute.
Actually, yeah,
Well,
so if
actually,
you
I've
stamp
got it.
right there.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well
it was
done.
really weird.
I
Huh.
think we've
Yeah.
got this. I hated that.
Wonderful. That's quite the lovely design. The customer is sure to be pleased. And now it's me, your friend the narrator, signing off.
Aw, bye-bye, Mr. Narrator. Adventures filled with mysteries and excitement will always be around. You never know where they may take you. Oh, this isn't me. This is automatic. I am sure our paths will cross again, Mr. Wright.
Well, I guess this is farewell. Until then, Professor.
You two will be sure to come and visit us, won't you?
Duh! Of course we will! You take care of yourself, Espella. Don't go near any bells or towers. I want to be able to see you again, you know? I can't wait, Maya. Oh, yes! I can't forget to thank you all for playing our game. You have our utmost gratitude.
And you lot for watching.
It was all thanks to you that true peace has come to our town. Even if it's just a fleeting visit, please do come back and see us all in Labyrinthia. What a speller is trying to say is don't be a stranger and definitely come back and see us all.
I know I'll be giving the game another go very, very soon.
Well, at any rate,
It's weird seeing Nick for an
this final special episode seems to have come to a close.
You really stuck it out with us through it all. Thank you for all of your support. I'm sure we're bound to meet again we're sure to meet again soon. Right?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Nailed it.
Shut up.
Remember, our adventures aren't over yet.
I hope you all had as much fun as we did. From everyone in the Layton and Ace Attorney universe. See you all later!
See you later. Goodbye.
Oh, that's it.
The end.
Oh,
The end.
I don't want it to be over.
Well, there we
That
go,
was
everybody.
Oh,
We never found out who won the Miss Bazella
I
pageant.
know.
No,
I'm
it's true.
sad.
Yes.
I'm sad.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. We should email them. Be like, hey, you left this carrot dangling, and damn it,
we want
we need
answers.
to know.
We want answers. No, that was fun. That was fun. It was nice to see that because yeah, I never knew they existed.
Yeah,
Look.
it's true.
Ooh, arts.
Designs, Mr.
Oh,
Nick.
what happened to his fist? Got some AI generative fill on there.
Oh, no.
Oh, there there's Larry. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw this before.
Jesus.
It was supposed to appear,
Mr.
apparently.
Edgeworth looks as dapper as ever.
But yeah,
Oh, wow.
Sarah, you're a married woman.
I can look.
fine. Yeah, no, it's been super fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this.
And it's been nice to, I don't know, it's been nice to play the game again after all this time. And nice to sort of, I guess, introduce more people to it
Yes.
through our channel and whatnot.
Or like give it a new playthrough lease of life for people who enjoyed it and want to see more playthroughs as well.
Especially with these special episodes, because in a way they really are just kind of lost to time, more or less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really are.
Yeah, we were pretty lucky to even be able to play them in the first place. So, yeah, it's only going to be, as Taylor says, like a matter of time before they just disappear forever. So,
But you'll always be able to come back here and watch them.
Indeed.
until Google decides they want to take YouTube offline.
Oh, God, I don't. Well, I would be very surprised if that ever happens. But
Oh,
He
wow.
looks a bit like Barack, actually, with
He
the hair.
does look like Barack.
Ooh, interesting.
That is interesting. Sort of early inspiration for the design. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like seeing the sort of little things that Great Ace Attorney had that appeared in this.
Yes. Like the sort of the cross examinations with the multiple witnesses
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that, and how that sort of carried over.
The slightly bit, like there's sort of little bit more of like animated like bits on the standard. Oh, that's cute.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, differences in design start.
Yeah,
That would have been quite weird.
that's cute. It's cute. Oh my god.
That also would have been quite
Whoa.
strange.
Damn. I love how Luke kind of doesn't look much different.
No.
Hello!
My god, Miss Herschel.
Down, Sarah.
Wow.
Sarah, as Taylor said, you are a married woman, my dear.
I could look, but I won't touch.
Well, you can't, can you?
No, he's not real.
But that being said, yes, we hope you enjoyed our playthrough of
Yes.
the main game, the special episodes, everything. And yeah, I guess
And it's time to move on
to darker pastures
to dark pastures.
and
Yes.
sadness
Oh,
and much death.
much
Much
death.
You could say that we hope you'll join us for the next one. Don't despair, because the next game will be coming very soon.
This guy's not gonna be in it, is he? Like, I really hope not.
I really hope not to.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us on this special episode, final episode of Professor
We don't
Layton.
have to fill out the whole hour.
I know. I'm trying to do an outro. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Pete, for.
Yeah,
What do you
Being
say,
on my
guys?
parade.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Not this time.
If you like what we do, please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, or you know what to do. Until next time.
We hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.
See you again, guys.
And remember, everyone, may your words be ever smithed, your stories ever told, and your lives ever narrated.